Activity 1. We're going to get each child to select the smart strings as we did in our setup, and we're going to get them to simply bow a long note on a selected chord. Whichever one of these chords you'd like to select, I'm going to choose an A minor, and I'm going to have each of the children play an A minor legato note. So it will sound like this. Bowed up and down on the A minor. And we're going to have a swell from all our iPads in the class on that A minor. And you as a teacher, it's up to you to stop or start different players. Rather than having everybody playing at once, you might want to start one player, start a second player bowing this chord until everyone's in, and then bring them all down until everyone stopped playing. So that's a simple activity 1. In activity 2, to give us more musical direction, let's have the children move between a couple of chords. So I'm going to select the A minor and the D minor. I'm going to instruct the children to play a bowed note on the A minor and then a bowed note on the D minor. So let's have a go with this. And then moving to the D minor. And we'll simply go between the A minor and the D minor so that we get some nice musical direction. Activity 3. Rather than having everybody playing the same instrument, let's split them into groups. Let's have a few people playing just the bass. You can see I've hid the rest of the instruments there. Let's have some pupils playing maybe just the cello. I've hid the rest of the instruments. We'll split our class to different instrument groups: violins, violas, cellos, and basses. And now we'll repeat activity 1 and 2, where we simply bow one chord, bow it nice and slowly to begin with, and then faster to increase our dynamic across our different instrument layout in the classroom, and we'll get a lovely sound. Then we'll apply the same thing to lesson 2, and we'll move between a couple of chords. Let's try the D and the G this time. So we have our children playing the D, and then we move to a G. So we'll get different sounds from around the room, some violins playing here, some basses playing there. So we have 3 very simple activities. Our last activity. We've got the children able to play these nice, simple sounding string parts. Now we want to make it a little bit more musically proficient. So I'm going to set up an autoplay on one of these instruments. I'm just going to turn this autoplay to, let's just turn it to 1. And now when I hit the G, it's going to automatically play a nice string groove. Okay, sounds pretty good. So in this activity 4, we'll get our children in their string groups around your classroom to start joining in, bowing this G note along with the autoplay. Then we develop like we did in activity 2 and 3, and we move the chord. And again, the children bowing along with this automatically playing. It should sound a little bit like this. You can hear the long notes, and you can hear our autoplay as well. You can hear the movement between the chords. So within lesson 1, we have our string ensemble. To recap those activities, we have activity 1, our long note on a single chord. Activity 2, our long notes changing chords. In activity 3, we separate out the instruments to different pupils in the class to change the dynamics in the room. And finally, activity 4, we press autoplay and we have the children playing their long notes along with the autoplay. So a simple lesson, but very musical from the very beginning. Have fun.